I don't want to lose your love tonight. Okay. The age of light. You've been training for this for many lifetimes. Alright, let's look at this for a second. I feel like you're gearing to be a public speaker. It still talks about you being a public speaker. It still talks about you being the beacon of hope, the light at the end of a lot of tunnels. Like, people need to hear your testimony. I feel like with the age of light, it's like, what are we in the age of Aquarius? So that's innovative, rebellious. I feel like this speaks to all the non-conformists. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So don't curse the journey, as they say. Harvest, gathering of blessings. Like, you're getting your leg up, your shine. Like, harvest moon could mean something. 44 could mean something, but harvest blessings. Talks about assuming your position. I want to play my position, you know, to establish my blessings. It's like working endlessly and joyously on goals that you've been planting seeds about and watching for them to grow. It gives me like 7 of Pentacles energy. Like, you're planting the seeds, you're waiting for them to come into fruition and to continue the gratitude, and you want to nurture your stuff. You don't want to curse it. Like, she's honestly holding a piece of corn or something in her hand. Harvest crop. So you don't speak ill over your hair. If you're trying to grow all your hair back, you don't speak ill over it. It's the same thing with harvest crop, whatever it may be for you, you know. And just to enjoy it, enjoy the process. You know, it takes a while. You have to allow it oxygen to grow, meaning don't smother it, but you also have to nurture it with words and affirmations and prayers and things. You know, it's this is a symbolization, you know, a notice that you know your harvest is coming. Obviously, because it says you've been training for this for lifetimes, and now it's coming, because you know it exists in your mind before you can ever bring anything into fruition. You know, so all your efforts, your intuitions, you know, they're a part of that ongoing abundance, you know, that's provided for you. Like, if you are in a position where you haven't seen the fruits of your labor grow, not just yet, be aware, it's coming. It might be a little bit more work you have to do. You might have to reprioritize certain actions. Everything's cause and effect. You know, for the foreseeable future, you know what your future is going to look really bright and abundant. So keep going. Cycle of the moon. What's in your subconscious? Prosperity lies ahead. So what this is a lot of tangible success, 3D success. So it's coming out of the spiritual realm and into your hands, into your bank account, into your home, into your land, children, spouses, businesses. You've been working at this for a while. I'm hearing like 8 years, maybe longer. It don't have to be that long, but that's what popped in my head, 8 years. Could be because I'm looking at the number 44, but regardless. You see that rainbow behind that person in the age of light? You know, there's a lot of prosperity lies ahead. You know, you always need a practical plan with anything you want to accomplish. And that Taurus energy, they like the finer things in life. They'll take their time and build and strategize and save. Not penny pinch, but save. You ever go in a person's house that you know, anybody you know that's a Taurus, you go in their house, what do their house look like? It looks like a museum. At least all the ones I know. Their house look like that. Got a luxury car. Got luxury bags. Always clean and polished. Like they have that polished look to them. Teeth clean, hair clean, clothes clean kind of energy. Let's talk about the age of light. Longing for home, the original light workers. So it depends. You as a light worker could be picking up, been working on a particular profession like therapy. I see a lot of empathic or light workers in the medical field. I see a lot of them. You could be graduating from nursing school. You could be a nurse practitioner. You could be somebody who's into holistics, natural remedies for healing or to protect the integrity of your skin, or even a beautician who just specializes in natural hair, or just a therapist in general. You could be somebody who has the supernatural ability to heal emotional wounds, mental conflict. You may have the ability to heal people through food. It helps them detox their body and heal their body where they don't have to take medicine no more. Either way, whatever your extraordinary talent is coming into fruition. Like you're about to be huge. It's a big deal. You're a big deal. Yeah, the devil. It's funny because in this particular deck, the devil, like each major arcana has a story about somebody. So for this woman, she was a healer, but she did like rituals and stuff like that, and she used to like to go to church. So the people at the church is always a ringleader, the super extremists in a religion. This doesn't speak to everybody who practice religion as a way of life, but this speaks to the people who are extremists, who just think because they know the book left from right to left, that they don't have no real spiritual connection with it. They just know it off their tongue. Like it's not really in their aura to be light, to be a light worker. So needless to say, this particular woman, her name is Miss Robinson, and she was a person who can heal, but it's almost like a two-headed doctor in a sense where if you cross her, she can make it happen that way too. So this woman was trying to bully her. She was gathering up the people in the church to rally against her, and they wanted her out of town. Like they wanted her to just leave. Like, we don't even like your kind. They was real biased and prejudiced against her because of her nature and her abilities of what she can do. So this one woman was talking so reckless to her. She said, if you don't apologize to me, because I'm not, like, you're just basically assassinating my character. If you don't apologize to me, you're going to be sorry. And the lady laughed in her face, arrogantly, okay? Needless to say, this woman had a son. That was her most valuable asset in his life. Like, she loved this boy so much. But this boy suddenly got sick from an illness that he couldn't come back from, and he passed away. Hence the obituary in her hand. She never touched the boy physically, but she did what she did because that woman, to urge, having people rally up behind her to try to force this woman out of town, affected her business. And when she told the woman to back off from her, the lady refused. She was real arrogant, like she couldn't be touched, like she was invincible. So when they were having a funeral for her son, like, this lady was devastated, obviously. And this woman was standing across the street, just watching from afar. And the lady intuitively knew that I can't prove that you did anything to my son, but I could tell, she instantly felt humiliated. Like, maybe I shouldn't have been messing with this lady, so to speak, because now I lost a son. Like, that's karma. And the lady didn't even touch her, nor did the lady disrespect her. So all of that comes in, and it's the devil card. So that's somebody who's a strong influence, somebody who's a powerful influence, who has those raw abilities, that persuasion. you know, and not in a bad way. Let's see what else. Needless to say, your business is going to be so huge. You are going to have people who are going to try to mess it up. This is the Dr. Buzzard. He was a high power attorney. You know, he freed slaves and got a lot of like people of our culture out of bondage. That was special about him. I feel like you're gonna need a high power. It's gonna be something that's gonna take place that's gonna be ridiculing your character, and maybe the media might spin out of control about it, and you're gonna need that high power attorney that's gonna protect your aura, your innocence. And I feel like he's gonna be an earth angel, you know, assigned to you to protect you. You could have already met him if you're already established in business, or you may meet him somewhere down the line. But the point is, with the devil and the card of justice, the I call it the Libra card. So this is Capricorn and Libra. Cardinal energy. Cardinal energy is a combination. For me, it's like a balance of you know how you got your fixed signs, they're very far this way, and then you have your mutable signs, they're very far that way, and these are a balance of both. Cardinal energies is a balance of both. Justice, the Justice card. So I feel like what you bring to the table is a justice. It's doing the people a service, and you're highly sought after. This is something new, like you're embarking on a new journey. It's like you lined all your ducks in a row. You put all your ducks in a row, and you're basically pursuing, allowing it to come into fruition. Again, Auntie Caroline, this is like, you see how they have the cameras in the illustration, how they're taking her picture. I forgot exactly what she did to make the news, but she made the news. And that's right on top of the attorney card, you know, the services that you're going to do. This gives me like Marie Laveau vibes without the witchy side of it. But the priestess, she was a priestess. She was highly religious too. She was a Catholic, a devout Catholic person. But she also was a strong influence. And there were always a group of people who were interested in her on a tabloid level. And they would just say the craziest things about her. But what she was deeply spiritual, and she did help people out of bondage as well. The Empress, the big queen. So I feel like that sums it all up. Like, to simplify it, like, this is an empress. Look at her, she's gorgeous too. The Empress. Your spot is solidified. The original light worker. The holistics doctor. That medical professional. Whatever your specialty is, your harvest is coming. No two ways about it. This is a new journey for you. You've been working really hard. You've been preparing and maintaining. You've been patient and diligent and through the process. Even tedious. The process has been very tedious, but baby, when you come out swinging, like, the news just don't record people who are like absolutely boring. Like, people are going to think you're absolutely ridiculous for what you specialize in, but they can't help but to respect it because it works. It's not an epic fail. What else? The Eight of Wands. This is the Eight of Wands in an original tarot deck. And it's happening fast. Like, people, like, internet frenzy. People are quick to, your name is going to be circulating a lot. Not just on the internet. People just quick to talk about you. They're going to reference you. A lot. I said, I heard big bank. And that's witty. Like, look, this is the Knight of Swords. Knives. Knives is swords. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is quick witty. So they're gonna love you're quick on your feet with the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Like what your response is, how you're able to handle adversity, how you're able to handle not just the professional side of things, but the drama side of things too. Like you always have I feel like you're sarcastic. I feel like you always got something joke, like something dry, like a dry sense of humor in a sense. I feel like you always have something catchy to say, and look how the people are just like grabbing for this person, like you, like wherever you go, like crowd, like people flock to you. They flock to you a lot, and they want you. It's like, I feel like people use, when they see you, they ask you, can you perform your talent on me? Like use me as a catalyst, or like an example, something real spiritual that you're really good at, like psychic abilities, like clairvoyancy, clairaudiency, like something real important like that. Is there anything else? A leap. You went first. You took a leap of faith, and it paid off. The big queen took a leap of faith. It put her in her empress status. Where should you expect this? Luck is on your side. The moon is Sagittarius. I don't know what the next moon is going to be in, but it could be around this time where the new moon would be in Sagittarius. But really what I take from this card is you have fortune on your side. You have spiritual growth on your side. Like Sagittarius is ninth house energy. So that's all about spiritual growth, super intellect, especially with that Eight of Wands there. Like it's natural for you. Like I feel like your words have those healing abilities, have healing elements in it. That's why the Knight of Swords is there. That's somebody who's logical, but they're also sharp-minded. I don't think there's anything else I need to say, except congratulations. You did a lot of work on yourself. Sacred breath and sound, communication. Share your song is what I get from this. It may start off like awkward a little bit. Like 10 is a completion. Whenever there's a 10, there's an ace, there's a new beginning. Sacred breath and sound. Like the way you say what you say is like, it's not like nobody else. Like you have a way with words, and I feel like that correlates with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Like you make people laugh, you make people feel good, you make people smile. I want to be like that. All right, until next time, I will just keep working on my craft. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say right now, because I don't want to just drag the message out or just change the momentum. I like that the energy is gaining momentum surrounding this Empress.